The friends and family of a Palestinian-Canadian citizen journalist in Gaza say they have lost contact with him. Mansour was last heard from last Sunday. Sources on the ground in Gaza say on Monday and Tuesday, Shuman was seen at the Nasser hospital along the southern Gaza Strip, but was headed for Rafah. His contacts now say eyewitnesses tell them he was taken by Israeli Defense Forces on Tuesday. His loved ones have reported him missing to Canadian authorities and are pleading for help. And joining me now from the UAE is Mansour Sherman's mother, Dr. May Hussein. Doctor, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. When was the last time you heard from your son?
The last time I heard from my son was Sunday, 21st, around 12, after he finished all interviews with everybody. And he sent me the videos, and he sent me a message for good night, Mama, because he knows I will be asleep at that time. So he just says, good night, Mama, I love you. Talk to you tomorrow. I know you are asleep. That was the last thing. And in the morning, I sent him a message. He didn't receive it. And since that time, I'm sending messages, and he's not receiving it. I thought it's the blackout for 2 days. Then after that, I approached his team, and I sent them a message on Instagram or another channel. And I said, where is Mansour? He's not answering me. And they said, me too. He's not answering us. Then I started to feel really burning from inside. Where's my son? I had a feeling that he disappeared. Especially I had 2 dreams before that something wrong will happen to my son. So that's why when I knew, then I started, some of his teams, they wrote to me and they said they are looking for him, and they were very, very helpful, his team. And they came to the news that 3 eyewitnesses has witnessed him arrested at the border between Khan Yunis and Gaza. And they were like a group of people moving, and then they saw him moved to separate side. And they heard him saying, I'm Canadian. And that's why they looked at him.
I have interviewed him, Doctor, a few times, including the very day that his family was able to escape Gaza. And he told us that he wanted to stay behind to help the people of Gaza and tell their stories by giving interviews to the media through his social media accounts. As a mother, is that the son you know? Can you describe what compelled him to stay behind when he had the opportunity to leave?
It is Mansour. It is me. It's everybody who really from his heart loves the people. Really, Yani, if I'm in his place, I will not leave. But I was a mother and a grandmother. I was telling him always, please come back. I'm alone. I'm a single mom. I raised these 4 children. I really wanted him back. I'm retired now. I had operation in my neck, so I really wanted him to be beside me. But he said, Mama, man, come to Gaza, not go. How can I leave these people? Mansour, when he saw that they are in need of him because of his English language, because at the beginning, the propaganda against the Palestinians was too much with the beheading and killing people, killing children and kidnapping. So they felt that he could be a very good voice for them to say the truth. And I knew he has the capability, he has the education, he has the religion, he has the heart, he has the mind to do all this. I knew that. And I'm not surprised. And I'm sure he will do more and more and more. And that's Mansour. Since he is, since like he is 10 or 5, we always learn to love people and to love people in need and try our best to help them. Even he got his birthdays. I used to make it in some of the orphan friends we know there so that we can bring all the cake and the sweets to them and then leave it there and leave the house and saying we are tired and then we go celebrate it somewhere else. He always wanted that. So we have this. It is Mansour.
Have you been in touch with Canadian authorities, and what have they told you about his disappearance?
Canadian authorities really were helpful. When they told me that Mansour, there he is, has been arrested, it was like Saturday morning, and I contacted the Canadian embassy in Tel Aviv, but they are closed from Saturday and Sunday, so I couldn't wait. I wrote a message to SOS, an email, and then I called them, and they said, okay, we received your email. We will try our best, so don't worry. And then the next day they called me and they asked for more information. I gave them more information about him and they said, we'll get in touch with you. So, but until now, nobody gave me any updates. I called them this morning and I said, today is Monday. They said, there is no updates from Tel Aviv. We don't know. I'm trying my best to contact everybody to please Canada government. I did work hard to make my children Canadian because I'm a single mother and I wanted my children to have a strong government that will support them. And I think this is the time you show me that all what I did, really, it's worth it. It deserves it to help my son Mansour at this time. He's a very good man. He's not affiliated with any news agency. He is independent. He wasn't hired by anybody. He was working by his heart. And then he tried to help people as much as he can with his voice, try to make them steadfast, try to make them have hope. Even me, I'm very scared. I always clash with him. Please come back. He gets upset if I tell him come back. He said, support me, Mama. We are going into a much bigger thing than you and me. It's 2.3 million Gaza people, Mama. And it's the whole world, the free world. It's a history. We have to be part of it. We have to help. We can't just leave people and go. If everybody goes, who will stay behind?
Doctor,
yes.
Understandably, you are just distraught and worried about your son. And we hear so much about a mother's instinct. I'm wondering what you feel has happened to him. Do you think that he has been detained? What do you think has happened to Mansour?
I was always afraid that he's doing something that Israel doesn't like him to do. Like he feeds people and they want them to starve. He takes donations to build tents. They want to bomb houses. He takes donations to bring water. They don't want them to drink. Bring medicine. They don't want. Bring food. Feed them. They want them to starve. He's talking about free world, free from Zionism, free from everything. So for them, I think it's a high target. It's for them, I'm always worried. Even, although he doesn't talk politics and he has nothing to do with any group, because he's born in Abu Dhabi and he lived all his life in UAE and then in Canada. We've never went to Gaza except last year he went because his wife is from Gaza and he wanted to take the children to see the extended family from his wife's side. She missed her family. That's why they went, only for a year. And even he didn't have a job at that year and he decided he wanted to leave to support his family. And he got a job. He got a contract, very nice job as a consultant in a country. And he was supposed to leave 2 days before the war. So Mansour has no connection with anybody except with the people, with God, with his faith.